right, it's just about after 5 o'clock. We're not too far behind, and I think we're doing well. Welcome, everyone. It looks like we currently have 155 participants. That is just phenomenal. There's just a whole lot of joy and love in everyone's room. Up on the screen, you'll see some announcements, some etiquette that I'd like us all to follow. So number one, please keep your cameras off and your microphones muted unless you are asked to activate. Notice that the mute, unmute is a microphone icon, and it can be found at the lower left-hand part of your screen. Right next to the microphone is a start or stop video icon. Please press the video icon so that you see the red slash through the video so that you are not on video. Many of you have already been chatting, but notice that moving to the right bottom of the screen, you see a chat icon, and you are free to shout out to any of our graduates or any of your friends. Please identify to whom the message is intended so that when we can provide this, this printout, everyone will know who they're getting messages from. All right, I think we have all of the announcements out of the way. And so let me open up the 2020 White Coat Ceremony Virtual Edition.
Oh my gosh.
My name is Carol Coakley, and I am currently AuD program head. For most of this group's experience, I was the director of clinical education, so I know each and every one of them very, very well, and I am so proud to be here to celebrate this tremendous accomplishment for each and every one of you. So welcome to the 2020 Doctor of Audiology graduates. Welcome to their families.
This is Logan graduating. That's why I'm listening.
Our current students, our faculty.
She's graduating with her doctorate. This is
friends.
good as it gets.
Reminding everyone, please, to mute your microphone. Look to the bottom left-hand corner of your computer screen, and you should see a microphone icon. And we want you to mute your microphone.
Cute.
So one of the attributes of our graduates or our students is that they are prepared to excel in a changing healthcare environment. That's a phrase that we've used quite often over the past few years.
So happy.
But
Happy.
it's not until March that we have really seen the effects of a changing healthcare environment in such a short amount of time. Our students are prepared with a lot of education in the classroom and a lot of education in the clinic. But more than that, we have prepared our students to meet the challenges of a changing environment, to use problem-solving skills. And I'm so proud that in the past few months, we have seen these skills come into fruition by how beautifully our students handled a pandemic that no one was prepared for. I do not believe we've ever had a Introduction to Pandemics course or COVID-19 101, and yet our students were able to continue with their education and continue to thrive. And that is a testament to their intelligence and resilience. I want to take a few moments and go back to the beginning. Go back to 1969. That is when UT Dallas first opened. If you take a look at our webpage, it says UTD's beginning, one building in a field to a top tier university. Well, one building in a field might have even been a generous picture considering what the field looked like. But in 50 short years, we have gone from that one building to a university that is recognized around the world. Let me remind you a little bit about what was happening in 1962. Was a time of change. The Beatles, and I hope all our students know who the Beatles are. The Beatles' last live concert was on a rooftop at Apple Records. That same year, at Yasker's Farm, Woodstock took place.
The year before I graduated. Okay, sorry.
Neil Armstrong walked on the moon. He took one small step for man and one large step for mankind. Not to be, you should also know that our UT Dallas students, several have gone to NASA, including one of our current graduates, Amanda, to be involved in work and projects for the International Space Center. So those 50 years not only saw the world change, but UTD was changing right along with it. Now, a little bit more personal, in 1969, the New York Mets won the World Series. And for some, that was more of a miracle than a man landing on the moon. Also, in 1969, young girls were first allowed to wear pants to public schools. So a lot happened in 1969. And with that, the development of UT Dallas. 50 short years. Our colleague universities, many of them are over 100 years old, 150 years old, and yet I'm so proud of all that we have accomplished in a relatively short time. In fact, UT Dallas was ranked #1 for universities under the age of 50. A tremendous, tremendous accomplishment. The Doctor of Audiology program has been highly ranked for years and years, and just recently, UT Dallas moved into the #2 spot for Doctor of Audiology programs nationwide. This accomplishment is a reflection of the dedication of our leadership, the dedication of our faculty, the dedication of our students to a single mission to be excellent in terms of hearing healthcare providers and in terms of being evidence-based practitioners. And this dedication has brought tremendous accolades to our program. At this time, I would like to introduce, well, actually, before I do that, I wanted to, if you are looking at the screen, there's a couple of snapshots of what the university currently looks like. And if you were able to have a face-to-face white coat ceremony, these are some of the views that you would see. So our beautiful buildings at Calhoun Dallas and our beautiful new expansion in Calhoun Richardson. In fact, this cohort was the first cohort to actually attend clinic at the new Calhoun Richardson addition, which was a 50,000 square foot addition. So the university is growing, the program is growing, and we couldn't be more proud. What I would like to do now is to introduce the School of Behavioral and Brain Science Leadership. I would like Dr. Inga Musselman to please turn on her video.
It should be on, Carol.
There you go. Absolutely. And just a few words of introduction. Dr. Inga Musselman received her PhD from University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. She joined UTD in 1992, and she's currently serving as the Vice President for Academic Affairs and as Provost. Dr. Musselman, please say a few words.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, graduates, families, friends, and colleagues. I'm honored to share in this evening's White Coat Ceremony, a ceremony that recognizes the transition of our Doctor of Audiology students to their professional careers. As UT Dallas's provost and as a chemist, you may be surprised that White Coat ceremonies are not new to me. Next to academics, my family, by profession, has the most number of healthcare professionals, including my husband, daughter, and future son-in-law who are physicians, my sister who is a doctor of nursing practice, and my brother-in-law who is a dentist, and all have been honored in White Coat ceremonies. And I'm thrilled that this ceremony, which has been a UT Dallas tradition for some time, is being held virtually today in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is so important to recognize the hard work of our students, their accomplishments and milestones, including earning a doctoral degree. I would also like to recognize and thank Dean Small, Dr. Leprae, and the entire faculty for their hard work in educating the students, and the staff without whose dedication all of this would not be possible. Thank you all for organizing and participating in this ceremony to celebrate our graduates. And as Dr. Coakley said, the School of Behavioral and Brain Sciences Doctor of Audiology program is one of the nation's most respected and now stands tied at number 2 in the most recent rankings by the U.S. News and World Report. UT Dallas's high ranking is the direct result of the exceptional quality of our faculty and the students. And yes, that is you graduates. Thank you for choosing UT Dallas for your doctoral education, and please stay connected as alumni. Graduates, congratulations to you and to your families, and best wishes for a successful and rewarding career in audiology. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Musselman. You may turn off your video, and Dr. Stephen Small, please turn on your video and say a few words to our graduates.
Thanks, Carol. Let me see if I can find y'all. Graduates, congratulations. This is the end of a long road, and a road where you went from being college kids to being professionals, to being serious clinicians, and playing a role in our community that is a very unique and privileged kind of role. I've played it, as you know, myself, and I really cherish it, and I think you will cherish it as well. And to the parents, family, you deserve an enormous amount of thanks for helping your students get through and giving them the support to get where they are. Let me just say a couple of things about White Coat ceremonies. You guys are starting, all of you graduates are now starting your clinical lives. And White Coat ceremonies are, have only been around for a few decades now. They started at the University of Chicago in 1989 in concept, and then at Columbia University in 1993, and have spread not only throughout the United States, but around the world to Amsterdam in 2008, Cologne in 2010, Italy in 2011. In 2014, they were introduced in nursing schools. And now they are a rite de passage, a rite of clinicians in many different clinical fields around the world. UT Dallas had its first White Coat ceremony in 2005, which is among the earliest that I could find when I searched. I found one in an Arizona university for allied health in 2003. But other than that, I could find no earlier White Coat ceremony in audiology. And so we are leading the way in audiology in not only in our education, our research, but also in our ceremony. And I'm really, really proud of you guys. You know, the School of Behavioral Brain Sciences is unique. We have a school that only focuses on research and education in the study of how the brain works, the sensory organs, and behavior. Very unique school. And we have the only clinical program. You and your colleagues in speech have the only clinical programs at the University of Texas, Dallas. So in its 50 years, we have stayed with our mission in speech, language, and hearing sciences and our clinical training in speech, language, and hearing, which, as you know, are now, you've graduated from the top 10 program in the United States. And in audiology, as Carol mentioned, the top 2 programs of the United States. So without any more ado, let me just wish you a very, very happy day, happy week, very great success in your career. And we look forward to seeing you in the future at events of the School of Behavioral Brain Sciences, the Calhoun Center for Communication Disorders, and the University of Texas at Dallas. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Stephen Small actually came to UT Dallas in 2019 as the Dean of Behavioral and Brain Sciences and is taking on quite a leadership role in moving us into the next decade. Thank you, Dr. Small. Will Dr. Robert Stillman please turn on your video? Dr. Stillman received his PhD from Syracuse University. He is the Associate Dean of Graduate Studies and Program Head for Communication Sciences and Disorders, the Master's Program. Dr. Stillman came to UT Dallas in 1969. I can say he practically opened the doors. Dr. Stillman.
I was going to mention that that was one other event for 1969 that you had avoided mentioning. I came down here actually as a postdoctoral fellow to do research in auditory neuroscience, and I've been here ever since. Welcome to all of you out there. One of the problems of being the 3rd or 4th person down the list is that you kind of get to be redundant, but please join me in congratulating all of our graduates on their amazing academic and clinical achievements, especially their resilience in this unprecedented year. I also offer my appreciation to the families and friends for their support of our new graduates. As you've already heard, our audiology program, always one of the top in the nation, is now number 2. While part of our ranking is due to our outstanding faculty and facilities, we have to give a lot of the credit for our reputation to our graduates. We hope now that you will lead us to number 1. On behalf of all of us, we congratulate you on your achievements, admire your talents, and wish you all the best in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Stillman. Will Dr. Thomas Campbell please turn on his video? Dr. Campbell received his PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and since 2006, when he joined UT Dallas Calhoun Center, he was served as the executive director of the Calhoun Center, and we are very grateful for his leadership, and we wish him well as he is looking towards his very well-deserved retirement. Dr. Campbell?
Yeah, Carol, can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Well, this is a real thrill for me. I'm actually in Arizona, and it's really interesting to be able to be part of this ceremony from so far away. I want to congratulate all the families, the parents, and everybody else, but especially the graduates. You guys have gone through 4 long and interesting years, and you should be congratulated. Not to say the same thing as everybody else, but as the executive director of the Calhoun Center, I've seen a lot of changes over the last several years. The Calhoun Center, for a lot of the parents out there, have been in existence over 50 years. And it wasn't until 1975 that we actually had a mission beyond our research and clinical mission to educate the next generation of clinicians. So since 1975, we've had graduate programs in speech and hearing. And often, you know, people in the community, including our foundation board, think about CalUR as providing clinical service, and indeed we do that. But, you know, I often say to people that one of the most important things that we do for the community is to educate the next generation of clinicians, and both in speech and hearing. And indeed, you guys have done a terrific job over the last 4 years. You know, one of the things that we do is educate you, but for the people at the CalUR Center, we want to, everybody wants to thank you for everything you've done for the CalUR Center. Not only do you get educated, but you also provide terrific service and really great outreach to the community. Our foundation board recognizes this. One of the most important and enjoyable things they do is get to interact with clinicians and student clinicians. So everybody appreciates everything that you've done over the last 4 years. I wish you the best, and we hope to see you again soon. We have lots of functions, as you know, throughout the years, and we hope to see you there. And we're very, very proud of everything you've done over the last 4 years. So thank you very much from everybody at the CalUR Center.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. And Dr. Colleen Leprae, will you please turn on your video?
Hi, graduates, families, friends. Welcome to all of you. It was such an absolute privilege teaching and interacting with you for these past 4 years. You have all worked so tirelessly in your classes, in our clinics, in the DFW and broader communities, and today I'm so pleased to be able to congratulate you on the outcome of your many efforts. You're to be commended for calmly pushing ahead with your clinical education in the face of telehealth and remote work and all of the other changes you've had to navigate. You have worked very hard to prepare to develop critical thinking skills that you're going to need to be lifelong learners and to be prepared to stay on top of all that's yet to come for the field of audiology. I really wish you and all of your families the very best as you celebrate your accomplishments with us tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Leprae. And Dr. Leprae was the AuD program head for most of our graduates' experience at UT Dallas. And currently, she is the area head for Communication Sciences and Disorders. Congratulations, Dr. Leprae. I wanted to let our guests, families know just a little bit about the program that your children, your relatives, your friends have been going through for the past 4 years. The Doctor of Audiology degree is a clinical doctorate. The students have completed at least 100 credits, including 40 courses, 11 semesters of clinic that garnered for each student over 2,000 hours of clinical and professional service. Each and every student completed a research project and presented it. Each and every student was involved in outside of the classroom and outside of the clinic opportunities in community outreach, both locally and globally, in advocacy efforts within the state and to Washington, D.C., and in leadership activities within our own Student Academy or even nationwide. So our students are very well versed in not only knowing things, but also doing things, and also being a tremendous advocate for their future profession. At this time, I would like everyone to turn off their video except for the AuD faculty. Will the AuD faculty please turn on your videos so that I may introduce you? Okay, will everybody else please turn off your video? The video icon is on the bottom left, and it should say stop video. Just go ahead and press that icon. All right. When I say your name, will you please go ahead and give a little bit of a wave and a shout out? You've already met Dr. Colleen Leprae. Okay. Dr. Andrea Warner-Sizz, Dr. Linda Thibodeau, Dr. Scott Griffiths, Dr. Edward Loberinas, Dr. Andrea Gohmert, Dr. Jackie Clark, and Dr. Ross Roser. All right. This faculty has worked as a team and has kept the vision of the program, the university, the school in our hearts and in our minds, and we have thoroughly enjoyed teaching, mentoring, and welcoming you as colleagues. I'll have everyone turn off their video, and I'd like Dr. Andrea Gohmert to stay on. And please, if our clinical faculty associates are here, please turn on your video. All right, and we've already been introduced to Dr. Andrea Gohmert, who is the head of audiology operations. And I have to give a shout out to Dr. Gohmert and to all of the audiologists who have just stepped up in the most tremendous way to provide services to our patients during this time. The rapidity with which our telehealth services got up and running, it is just staggering. And I'm just so excited that our students will be gaining these skills in the upcoming months. It's unfortunate that circumstances are the way they are, but if there's any lemonade in this, that's probably it. So let me go ahead and introduce Dr. Stephanie Cox, Dr. Laura Parnell, Dr. Sherry Kwan, Dr. Shauna Jackson, Dr. Jennifer Carlock, Dr. Lisa Richards, and is there anybody else? I think that is it for our faculty associates. Thank you for being here today, but more importantly, thank you for your ongoing commitment to our students. Okay. I'd like to give a shout out also to Miss Ciara Owens. Is Ciara on? Ciara Owens is our administrative assistant, and as anyone knows, nothing happens without the help and the direction of our administrative assistants. So I don't know if Ciara is on just now, but at any rate, she deserves a shout out for sure. All right, so what I would like to do now is to have everyone's video off except for our graduates. So everyone go to the bottom left, stop video, and let's have only our graduates. Okay, so let's see. So we are still, I think we are missing a few. Okay, I see. Okay, Logan and Tess, and that is Eliza, Akila, Hannah, Christina, Amanda, Stephanie, Mary Allen, Aubrey, Sarah, Amy, Jared, Preeti, and Naylene. Am I missing anyone? I think that is it. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I am going to call the name of the graduate, and that graduate, I want you to keep your video and mic on. Everybody else, turn your video off, and I would like all of the graduate's friends and family to also put on their video. Let's see how that works. All right, so I am calling Logan Hone Bonadio. Everybody else, turn off your video. And I would like all of Logan's family and friends to stay on. Okay, and Logan, is your mic on?
Yes, it is.
All right. We invite you to please say a few words to your family and friends and
everybody. Hi.
everybody.
I'm honored to go first because I got a new last name in the course of this thing. So at the top of the alphabet now. So I'm going to try to get through this without being super emotional, but I wanted to start by sharing a photo. So this photo was taken after our weekend at Dr. Thibodeau's Camp Chat, or Communication Habilitation via Audition for Teens, where we got real hands-on experience helping adolescents with hearing loss and their families connect to technology and to one another. My classmates and I learned so much from this weekend, building relationships with these families and building skills as audiologists. But it was also pretty exhausting. This photo was taken by my now husband right after I got home and immediately fell asleep on the couch. You can see my dog, Captain, keeping me company, and as he leans against me, he's propping me up. So this experience, this doctorate, has been made possible by the people in our lives who have done the same. At different times, that's been our significant others, our parents, our friends, our professors, our fellow students, and even our pets. So I want to take the opportunity to give my thanks to Janice and to Kevin. Thanks to Shelby, Mac, and Zach. And to Tess Henthorne if she's on. Thanks to Christina, and Naylene, and Aubrey, and Jared. Thanks to Dr. Thibodeau and all our academic and clinical faculty that I've had the honor of working with. Thanks to Michael. Thanks to Captain. All who kept me company and held me up so that I could learn to be an excellent audiologist.
Thank you very much, Logan. All right, turn off the videos, and I'd like to see Hannah Calhoun turn on her video, and all of Hannah's friends and family, please turn on your videos.
Hi everyone. So good to see y'all. So I wrote a few words, so I guess I'll start. But while today hasn't turned out exactly as we imagined it, the shelter in place provided me with a unique opportunity to reflect on what's important. So as Willie Nelson said, when I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. So I'm a strong believer that everyone you meet has something to teach you. So each of you in this Zoom meeting has been critical to my development as an audiologist. So while we all know we're graduating today from the #2 audiology program in the United States, there are some very important learning lessons that extend way beyond the textbooks. So thank you to all the faculty for nurturing and encouraging us to be the clinicians that we have become. Not only did you provide critical feedback on exams, grand round presentations, and clinical skills, but you also provided empowerment. You believed in us before we knew we could believe in ourselves. From my one-on-one talks in Dr. L's and Dr. Roser's offices, the hearing health gym sessions at retirement homes with Dr. Thibodeau, and the phone calls with Dr. Warnes's and Dr. Coakley all the way from San Francisco. I thank each of you for having such a vested interest in my future as an audiologist. The reason why UTD is number 2 in the nation is because of our faculty who really go above and beyond. Each graduation ceremony should be a celebration of you. To my cohort, you guys have made my past 4 years some of the best in my life. We initially started out as classmates, we became friends, and today we transitioned to colleagues. We have made some great memories in and out of the classroom. Thank you for all the ice cream dates, for teaching me the Swedish way of celebrating, and for the many bottles of wine and pizza consumed at 60 Vines. While I have loved getting to know y'all on a personal level, I am proud of the clinicians we have become. As new professionals, I encourage us to continue staying up to date on evidence-based practice and to continue using each other and our faculty as resources throughout our careers. Each of us have different interests and clinical experiences, and I have no doubt that we will exceed wherever we land. I deeply wish we were all together today celebrating the biggest milestones of our careers, but I hope to see y'all at the Hooding in the fall and at future conferences. And lastly, to my family, thank you for your long-lasting support throughout my journey to become an audiologist. Thank you for going to the library in 1996 to read up on cochlear implants, and for the many years of speech therapy and cochlear implant programming appointments you took me to. You have believed in me as I changed my role from being a patient to becoming the audiologist that sits on the other side of the table. Thank you for supporting my decisions the past few years, even if that meant moving 1,500 miles away. My success would be nothing without you. I can't wait to celebrate in person with you guys in a few months. Class of 2020, we did it.
Thank you, Hannah.
Congratulations. Yay, thank you. Love the sign.
Thank you, Hannah. Can we please see Preethi Chingappa and all of Preethi's family and friends?
Hi everyone, I'm Preethi. I hope you're all staying safe wherever you are. Firstly, I just want to say I don't think any of us imagined that we would be graduating over a Zoom call, but I'm actually very grateful because my entire family and many of my friends are here, and I don't think that would have been possible if it were a regular graduation party in Dallas. So thank you to my parents, my brother, and my friends for waking up in the middle of the night. It's 3:30 a.m. in India, and getting dressed just for this. Thank you, and I love you all. It's an understatement to say that it has been a long, challenging, and beautiful journey to finally becoming an audiologist today. It truly feels surreal. I remember moving to the US in 2016, never having visited this country before. I was nervous, excited, hopeful, all at the same time. From figuring out the most basic tasks like shopping at a grocery store to crossing the roads in the US and taking the public transport to finally buying my own car and driving across the country on my own, I sure have come a long way. And I don't think this would have been possible without the unconditional support of my family. Thank you, Mama and Papa, for always putting my needs and happiness before your own. Thank you to my brother for always pampering me and being my confidant. Thank you to my best friend, Riza, for being my rock and coaching me through all my highs and lows. And thank you to my friends, my best friends in Dallas, for always being my support system. A big thank you to all my faculty and my classmates for always being so kind and helpful. I wish I could name each one of you, but unfortunately I just have 2 minutes. But please know that you've all made a big impact on my life. I also want to make a special mention to a few people. Dr. Coakley and Dr. Roser for always making sure that Akila and I were doing good while being so far away from home. To Logan, Christina, Eliza, and Mrs. Bittner for giving us rides whenever we needed them. And thank you, Akila, for being my source of comfort. I feel like we did this together, and I don't think I would have been able to do this alone. I can't thank you all enough. I'm looking forward to starting my job at the Children's Hospital of Orange County, and I hope to continue to make everyone proud. Again, thank you, everyone. Stay safe, and I hope to see you at the graduation in December.
Thank you, Preethi. And I would say that some of your guests win the award for traveling the greatest distance to be here. So congratulations to you, your friends and family for their tremendous effort to be here and throughout your journey.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and hear from Aubrey Ewing. So will Aubrey please put on your video, and all of Aubrey's friends and family, please turn on your videos. There you go.
Hi guys. Also, people who know me really well know that I've always hated school ever since kindergarten, so it's really ironic that we're here today. Honestly, the fact that I'm graduating with a doctorate without quitting or killing someone in the process is nothing short of a miracle. And of course, this miracle wouldn't have happened without the support of my family, whether it be, aunts, uncles, cousins, or even closer, my mom, or without my friends or friends who have become family. This wouldn't have happened. My life has had many ups and downs during my time in the AuD program, but my family and friends have constantly supported me throughout the entire process. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because if it weren't for your support, I definitely would have quit a long time ago. I also want to say thank you to the faculty, not only for tolerating me all this time, but for also sharing all of your experience, whether it be clinical experience or life experience. I know I've learned a lot from every single one of you, so thank you. And lastly, I want to say thank you to my class for being the best group of people I ever could have asked to survive grad school with. It's going to be really strange not being asked all the time where Nalene is. So that'll be something new for me. So everybody, congrats. We did it. Woo!
Thank you, Aubrey. Stephanie Fowler, will you please turn on your video, and please have your friends and family turn on your video.
Hello, good to see everybody. Well, I wasn't on camera, okay. I, like many of you, imagined this day very differently. In my vision, there were hugs from friends and family, copious amounts of coffee, and those delicious 7-layer bars that they serve, echoing laughter in the Founders Building Hall. I was sitting in that room, enjoying our celebration, while also being aware of the science I had just spent 5 years learning. The reverberation time caused by the glass windows and the tiled floor, the need to speak clearly to all my guests to overcome the enhanced noise level, and the musicality of us reciting the oath together. But in writing this thank you for today, I realized that this virtual white coat ceremony strikes me as a deep election from my program. While we spend so much time studying the science of hearing, we develop the art of listening. This white coat ceremony honors that human need to listen, to our mentors and peers, and to thank those friends and family who have listened to us extensively during our time in graduate school. Ooh, that started a lot faster than I thought it would. I have many thanks to give in these respects. First, to all the teachers I've encountered on this journey, from the AuD faculty and clinicians to the off-site clinical educators who have welcomed me to their practices. Thanks for the opportunity to listen to you as experts in the field, growing my expertise. Thanks especially to Dr. Coakley and Dr. Willis, who convinced me that there was much more listening and learning to be done, and that I could thrive by getting a PhD as well. Thank you also to the unexpected teachers, those patients that I've served over the past few years, who have trusted me to be part of their hearing healthcare team. Second, a huge thanks to my peers, whose companionship on this journey is indescribable. To my unusually close classmates, thank you for your loyalty and for supporting me as I became an advocate for myself, my patients, and our profession. And to my adopted classmates here today, thank you for letting me discover my love of teaching as your TA and for welcoming me into your cohort with open arms. And finally, to the group that has done the most listening to me, my deepest appreciation goes to my family, to my grandparents, whose forethought and love encouraged all their grandchildren to pursue their dreams, to my extended network of aunts, uncles, and cousins,
and to the friends and family I've acquired along the way for sharing in this celebration with me. To my siblings, whose successes have pushed me to be the best version of myself I can be, and especially to Tanner Bow, for the many times that I tried to teach you about the ear to prove that I knew material so well I could explain it to a 5-year-old. To my boyfriend Jordan, who is a source of constant stability when I am in the chaos of graduate school, and who has never once allowed me to doubt how much I'm capable of. And finally to my parents, Mom, Bob, Dad, and Gavin, to express how grateful I am for your presence and energy dedicated to raising me, for loving and supporting me in my dreams, and for open hearts and open ears throughout my whole life. I am so proud to be your daughter. I love you so much. And I'm lucky to be surrounded by all of these people and more whose love for life and joy in the celebration is palpable. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to make them stop and listen to how powerful their impact has been. Thank you all so much. I wait to be where I am without you.
Thank you. Okay, Amanda Frost, please turn on your video, and will family and friends of Amanda Frost please turn on your videos.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Great. Hopefully I'll keep mine nice and short and quick, but I just want to thank a bunch of people. So to all of the professors for providing the best foundation and education that I could have dreamed of. You have taught me and my classmates so much. I'm so thankful for all of your wisdom and guidance these past 4 years. To all of the clinicians that I have worked with for fostering my clinical growth and independence, I could not be more thankful for having spent 3 years at Calhoun with each of you. So just thank you so much for all of your wisdom in my clinical growth. I want to thank all of my classmates for your constant support and encouragement. I know that I could not have done it if I had been in a different class or with a different cohort. You have been the best supporters that I could have asked for. Specifically to Amy, I could not have made it through this program without you. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I really miss being your roommate. Thank you to Naylene and Hannah for always being down for ice cream chats whenever we were stressed, and to all the ice cream shops that we visited. Thank you to my family for providing the emotional and mental support that I needed these past 4 years. I love y'all so much, and I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And finally, thank you to God for allowing me to come to this program and to meet all of you beautiful people and have these experiences that have changed and impacted my life in no way but a good way and a great way. I'm so thankful for every single person I've met along this journey. So thank you again, and I'm so excited to be back at Calhoun, so I will see all of you people at UT Dallas soon. So thank you, and thank you to Dr. Danielson for your mentorship at NASA. That was one of the best experiences of my life, so thank you for that, and thanks for joining. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Amanda. May we please have Eliza Grenade turn on your video, and all the family and friends of Eliza Grenade, turn on your video.
Oh, hi guys. Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today. It means so much to me that you all are here to help us celebrate our graduation. When I was in college, I shadowed at the University Audiology Clinic just to make sure that audiology really was for me. I loved every minute of it until I was escorted out of the clinic by an official because I was wearing open-toed shoes, which were, unbeknownst to me, against the clinic dress code. I called my mom and cried for 20 minutes on a bench outside, absolutely sure that my audiology career was over. Thanks, Mom, for convincing me otherwise. I tell this story because my entire class and I have come a long way over the past 4 years. I'm very proud of all that we have learned and accomplished. I feel ready and very excited to begin seeing audiology patients on my own. I am so grateful for the opportunity to have completed my graduate degree at UT Dallas under the supervision and guidance of the incredible faculty, staff, and off-site clinical supervisors. I feel so fortunate to have worked alongside and learned from such impressive, intelligent, and distinguished faculty members over the past 4 years. Thank you all for being leaders in the field of audiology and inspiring us to follow suit. Thank you, Dr. Liberinas, for allowing me to be your graduate assistant. I've learned so much from you, and I'm so grateful to have you as a mentor, a colleague, and a friend. Thank you to my parents, my sister Grace, and my brother-in-law Tim, who are all in Atlanta, my grandmother Momo and my uncle Frith, coming in from Philadelphia. Thank you to all of you for providing support and guidance every step of the way. I'm so fortunate to have the best family in the world, and I love you all very much. I would not be here today without your constant encouragement. Thank you to William for being incredibly supportive and patient with me during the highs and lows of graduate school. And thank you to his family for helping to celebrate with me tonight in Dallas. I'm so grateful you all are here. Lastly, thank you to all of my classmates for helping to make the last 4 years so enjoyable. I feel so lucky to have each one of you in my life as a friend and a colleague. Let's please continue to stay in touch and learn from each other. I can't wait to celebrate with you all in person sometime soon, and I hope everyone's staying safe.
Woo! Thank you, Eliza. Will Mary Allen Maddie please turn on your video? And family and friends of Mary Allen Maddie, please turn on your video.
Who's that? Yeah, a lot of friends.
Hello, everyone. I just want to start off by saying we're here. We did it in 2016. This day seems so far away, and we're here. And despite all of the hurdles we've had to jump over, we did it. So I just want to start out by thanking our faculty. So I'm going to start by thanking Dr. Clark. She doesn't know this, so I'm going to tell her, but we were watching old videos the other day, and at my baptism, we go to the same church, and at my baptism, she was one of the first people to walk up and place her hand on me, and I feel like at that time, she was the first one to instill audiology in me. So thank you, Dr. Clark, and thank you for your support all along the way. Dr. Coakley, thank you for your constant encouragement and being my biggest cheerleader through everything that's been going on, especially over the past few months. And I have to give a special shout out to you for research, because that was my least favorite part of all of it. And you were a constant cheerleader and encouraging the whole way. To my classmates, I'm so glad I could have not asked for a better cohort. Y'all have been great friends, great families. Y'all were there for the cheers, the tears, and the beers. So thank you for all of it. To my family and my friends, it takes a village, and that is so true. I could not be where I am today without my friends and my family. And most importantly, my parents, who have supported me like for the past 8 years going through school. So thank you. We did it, and I'm just so glad to be going on to the next chapter of life and being a clinician. And I'm excited for everything that the future has in store. So congrats to everyone, and thank you to all of my friends, family, and my professors.
Thank you so much, Mary Ellen. Will Naylene Moman please turn on your video? And friends and family of Naylene Moman, please turn on your videos.
Sorry, there's a little bit of chaos in the background. These last 4 years have been unlike anything I expected coming in on day one. The hard work, late nights, and occasional stress were a given, but so much has happened in these 4 years that I'm incredibly grateful for. There are so many rewarding experiences that kept me going when things were hard or curveballs were thrown my way. I've been able to work with some amazing faculty and clinicians. Thank you for teaching me and guiding me until my brain was ready to burst, for providing the endless opportunities that I'll always look back on fondly. A special thank you to my externship supervisors for cheering me on this last year and always having my back. Sorry. Also, to my classmates, thanks so much for being by my side on this ride and providing much needed stability. It took us no time to fall into a routine and get to know each other. I'll always know where my seat in the classroom is and who to turn to depending on the situation. I've made friendships that'll last a lifetime. So many memories of working on assignments and getting sidetracked, having lunch together, and going on ice cream runs. I wouldn't have made it through that without all the laughs we shared. I've also learned so much from each of you. Thanks for being part of the NAIL fan club. To my family, I wouldn't be here without all of your support and encouragement. We did this together. Thank you for being with me every step of the way. We would have been sitting here for hours if I had tried to individually name every person that has made an impact on my journey. So know that my thank yous are for everyone who crossed my path and left something with me.
Thank you, Nailene. Yay.
Yay.
Jared Poland, please turn on your video, and will the friends and family of Jared Poland please turn on your videos?
Good evening, everyone. I've got a few words of thanks prepared, and I don't expect to make it all the way through without choking up, so bear with me as we go here. First of all, to my externship supervisor, Dr. Sperino, thank you for welcoming me into your office this past year and entrusting me with the care of your patients, and for providing me with the direction and the freedom that I needed to become the clinician that I've become today. To Dr. Martin, to Dr. Griffiths, Dr. Pugh, Dr. Dornbach, and Dr. Grantham, the clinical staff at the Collier Center, and to my preceptors and teachers across Dallas-Fort Worth, thank you for not only teaching me how to be an audiologist, but also for showing me who audiologists are. To Dr. Warner-Sis and to Dr. Thibodeau, thank you for always keeping the focus on what is most important for all of our patients, their quality of life and their real-world outcomes. My hope is that I will continue to have the same focus in my clinical practice moving forward. To Dr. Gohmert, thank you for setting such a high bar for what audiologists are capable of. Thank you for representing so well the capital A audiologist that this program has prepared all of us to become. To Dr. Leprae, thank you for exhibiting a grasp of the literature that would seem impossible if we hadn't all witnessed it in your classroom for ourselves. You elevate the standard of conduct for every one of us in every dimension of professionalism, and I thank you for this. To Dr. Loberinas, I want to say thank you for having a clinical experience story for every possible scenario, and thank you for promoting and demonstrating the high level of scrutiny that we should all be wielding in our clinical practice. To Dr. Roser and also to Dr. Wilson, it is said that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, and no one embodies this better than you. And I will always look up to you for this attitude, and I hope that someday others will look up to me in the same way. To Dr. Coakley, thank you for relentlessly pushing us out of our comfort zones, but equally relentlessly making sure that we were thriving. Your teaching follows me to every patient interaction, and I am eternally grateful for the direct influence that you've had over the clinician that I've become today. To Dr. Clark, thank you for believing in me. I never would have made it here without your mentorship. Thank you for taking me under your wing. Thank you for marching to the beat of your own drum and for empowering me to do the same. I am very proud to have been your pupil. To my parents, to my brothers, my fiance, Ashley, thank you all for supporting me and encouraging me, for tolerating me, and for loving me. I would not have made it here alone, and I am so fortunate to have you all on this journey with me. To all of the faculty, my friends, my fellow graduates, everyone joining this evening, thank you for everything you've done these past 5 years to prepare us for today and for being here to witness this moment. You all make me very proud to call myself an audiologist. Thank you.
Yay, Jared!
Thank you, Jared. You represented the male gender of the group very, very well. I'd like to see Christina ready with your video on, and all of Christina's family and friends. Please turn your videos on.
Hi, can you hear me okay? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, if someone would have asked me 2 years ago to give an example of insanity, the only example that would pop up in my head is being in a graduate school program willingly and looking after a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old at the exact same time. Often my classmates would ask me, how do you do it? Well, I have always had the same response. I have a great support system. For this, I am eternally grateful. All my professors for all the support in each one of my classes, and my clinical preceptors for all the guidance in every single one of the patients, as well as my external preceptors, Amy, Janae, and Jessica. Without their support, I would not be, without their support, I would not have passed my externship year whatsoever. I would not survive it. My classmates, friends, and graduate soulmates, thank you very much for always being there in my highs and lows. Even when I texted you at midnight during finals, all stressed out. You were always there for me. Also, I'm eternally grateful to my family, my parents, especially my mom, who helped me with my 2 little girls all these years. Thank you very much, Mom. You gave me a peace of mind like no one would ever could give me. Thank you. My sisters, Carla, Karina, and Carolina, for always being there and help me cope with the stress of schooling life. My brother-in-law, Marcus, who is the brother I never had growing up. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed you the most. My in-laws, my brother, my brothers Stephen, Holly, my nephews, Rocco and Remy, thank you for always giving me your support. And Mimi and Pa, thank you very much for always being there for me. Also as well, my mother-in-law, Nita, thank you for watching the girls on Mondays without question asked. And my daughters, Amanda, Evelyn, and my niece, Camila, for keeping me grounded throughout all this time and making sure that I know where my priorities lie. Also, last but not least, thank you for my husband, Jay, my greatest supporter. Thank you for talking me into applying to the graduate program. Thank you for telling me that I could do it and push me out of my comfort zone. And thank you for supporting me when I needed you the most. Also, on a personal note, Jay and I will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary in 10 days. So happy early anniversary, baby. I love you very much. And thank you very much. I'm eternally grateful for all your support. And thank you to every single one of you. I will not be here making this speech if it wasn't for you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Christina. Congratulations. Will Amy Remsburg please turn on your video, and the family and friends of Amy Remsburg, please turn on.
I did.
Well, that was exciting. I just want to say thank you to my friends and family. These last 4 years, I don't think I had any expectation. It kind of was a last minute decision, I guess, to go back to school, and I'm so grateful that I did. Our class was so easygoing, and we quickly, just as was said before, fell into a routine, and it felt like we were all where we were supposed to be. And completing 4 years and being where we are, I know that we are where we're supposed to be. So I just wish everybody good luck. I continue to hope that we stay in touch, and remember that even when we have things that go our way or they don't go our way,
there's a greater picture for us. I'm grateful for all of you. I've learned so much from you, and I hope to see you all soon. Congratulations.
Thank you, Amy. I'd like to see Akila Sivaswamy turn on your video, and the family and friends of Akila Sivaswamy, please turn on your videos.
All right, can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
Perfect, okay. 4 years ago, I came to the US to pursue my doctorate degree in audiology. The only force that drove me miles across the ocean was my love for audiology. Little did I know that it would happen to be the best decision I ever made. Today, I'm proud and happy to call UT Dallas my second home. This journey has been amazing, and I have so many people to thank for being a part of this journey. First, a huge thank you to all my clinical and academic faculty for your support and encouragement. I've learned a tremendous amount from all of you. Secondly, thanks to an amazing cohort. We make a great team, and I'm so proud of all of us for making it this far. I'd also like to thank every generous soul who has offered me rides to classes and clinic during my first year in the program. I'll definitely miss those carpool chats. Thanks to all my off-site clinic mentors and supervisors. Not only did I learn about audiology in the different clinical settings, but I also got to improve my driving skills. A special thanks to my externship colleagues, who are not just my colleagues, but my dearest friends. It's been one of the best years of my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn from all of you. A big thanks to my Appa, Amma, and my brother for believing in me and supporting me throughout this journey. Thanks for all the advice and wise words you've provided me over the last several years, and all the incredible strength that you've forced me to see in myself. I know that I'm stronger and I'm capable to do anything that I set my heart to. Without the three of you, none of this would have been possible. I'd also like to thank my wonderful roommates for making life away from home so much easier. A special thanks to Preeti, who has traveled with me for 8 years of undergraduate and graduate school. Thank you for always being there for me when I needed you. I have so many wonderful memories with all of you, memories that I'll cherish forever. I have thought about this day so many times. Never once did I imagine my white coat ceremony to be conducted virtually. But only because this is happening over a Zoom meeting that I was able to invite so many friends and relatives to be a part of this celebration. Thanks to everyone who made it today to witness this ceremony and celebrate this achievement. A special thanks to my family and friends in India who were able to make it despite the time being 3:30 early in the morning for them. It's my honor to bear my father's name and be referred to as Dr. Sivaswamy. This doctorate degree is not just a reflection of my hard work, but also that of my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sivaswamy, and my brother, and for that, I'm immensely grateful to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Akila. Congratulations. And can we have Sarah Willis turn on her video, and the family and friends of Sarah Willis, please turn on your video.
Well, first I just want to say congratulations, everyone. It's finally here. I just wanted to thank my family, my parents, Gretchen and Frank, who are sitting behind me. My grandmother, Margot, who lives in a small town of 1,000 people in Louisiana, who couldn't be here today because she could not. She doesn't have a computer, number one, but she wouldn't be able to work Zoom anyway. And then my new fiance, for everything that they've done for me during this time. I wouldn't be here without them. I'd also like to thank my classmates and my professors Dr. Coakley, for being a second mom to all of us and for believing in me, number one.
Yeah.
Dr. Leprae, thanks for teaching me to look at things in a practical way. I know that that's a very basic thing to say, but that's really helped me throughout my externship. And last but not least, Dr. Roser, the Renaissance man himself, for reminding me to stop and smell the roses along the way. And for giving me one of my most memorable and favorite grad school experiences by allowing me to assist hands-on in a federal criminal litigation for which he was an expert witness. And while I know that was a very rare experience, I wish every student had the opportunity to do this, and I'm forever grateful for that. All of these people made these past 4 years very enjoyable and bearable. And as you all know, my classmates and I had been spread out all over the country for our externships. And while there were many times during my externship where I thought, you know, what am I doing? The physical distance between my classmates and professors and I hasn't hindered our abilities to talk to each other and ask for clinical advice at all hours of the day. And I hope we can remain in close contact as we go our separate ways. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody, and I can't believe it's been 4 whole years. So it's finally here.
Thank you, Sarah. And last but not least, will Tess Zaccardi turn on your video, and will the family and friends of Tess Zaccardi please turn on your video?
That's my family. Hi, everyone. Thanks for being here. I and likely many others have dreamt about this day for years, and obviously it's not quite what we expected. But over the past couple of weeks, I felt so loved and supported and proud. So thank you to all of my friends, family, and cohort for that. Thank you to my family for throwing me a surprise pseudo graduation. All my friends and family for Zooming in. And a special shout out to my boyfriend, Justin, for handling all of my stress over the past several weeks, but actually probably more like months. And my cohort for keeping me smiling and laughing despite the constant eye twitch I seem to have during second year, and for not only not judging, but appreciating my love for Publix, coffee, and Uncrustables. But what I really want to focus on is how this wouldn't be possible without our amazing faculty and the great clinical supervisors we've had the opportunity to learn from while at UTD. You guys are the reason I chose UTD, not the ranking or the city. And I must start by thanking Dr. Leprae for letting me follow her from UF to UT Dallas, and for putting up with the combination of me and Sarah Grin in her lab for over 5 years. That is truly a feat. Dr. Leprae for letting me dress up as him for Halloween, even though I didn't ask, and for always making grand rounds interesting. Dr. Roser for pumping me up as a first year when he pointed out my proper insert earphone placement during teaching clinic, and for coining the phrase, make audiology great again. Dr. Clark for always making us smile with her email greetings. Dr. Warner says for always bringing gator gear to class and getting us up out of our seats. Dr. Thibodeau for sharing her expertise on Roger and FM systems, and for giving us all someone to name drop to Phonak reps. Dr. Gohmert for whipping the Collier Center into shape with grace, and for eliciting my caloric response when I thought I didn't have one during lab, which was probably operator error on one of my classmates' parts. Dr. Griffiths for helping me choose which AUD school to apply to during undergrad. I'm elated that you are able to be a part of my AUD as well. And of course, Dr. Coakley for handling my and likely most of my cohort's tears over the years and helping us figure out our lives. And I wasn't sure if Mrs. Bittner would be here, but thank you for letting your office be my escape on long days of research or studying, and for all of the candy. I hope you're enjoying a well-deserved retirement. And thank you to all of my supervisors over the years. It would take way too long to name you all, but all of your time, support, and expertise did not go unnoticed. And then lastly, I just wanted to thank my dog, who's sitting next to me, but she's asleep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Way to go, Tess.
Everyone can put on their mics and give everyone a round of applause.
Yeah. Right. Say congratulations.
Yay. Audrey. So if everyone will mute their mic.
First one.
And I'd like to hear from Meredith Thomason, the Student Academy of Audiology President. Will you please turn on the video?
Hi, everyone. You can hear me, right? We're good. I'm Meredith Thomason. I'm the Student Academy of Audiology President. For those of you who don't know, that's a student organization for the AuD program. First of all, I want to tell the graduates, your desk nameplates, the graduation gift from SAA, are on the way to you. You should get them within the next few weeks. I stole Dr. Ferrantino's, so you know what it looks like. This big. I don't know if you can see it on video, but it's coming to you soon. Let me know if there's any issues with that. I apologize for the delay. Everything going on, that is what happened there. I also want to plug AAA real quick and encourage you all to be involved in professional organizations as you go through the next phase of your career, and let you know that you can transfer your SAA memberships to a AAA membership at no cost this year. So go ahead and do that. Finally, knowing that I was going to have to talk today, I reached out to several students that are currently in the program to see if they had any idea of what I should say to you guys. Overwhelmingly, they all told me the same thing. They wanted me to tell you how proud we are of you and what great role models you have been to all of us who will hopefully be following in your footsteps in the next few years. And on a personal note, your class is the one that taught my class how to have fun in the AuD program, which I am forever grateful for. We can't wait to see what you do, and we're looking forward to working with you in the future. Congratulations, guys. You did it. Yay. Cheers.
Thank you, Meredith, and it won't be long until it's your turn.
Seems like it.
Okay, so I would like only the class of 2020 graduates to turn on their videos.